work me, yeah. Make it work me, yeah. Make it work me, yeah. Now make it work, work, work. Make it work, work.
Hey y'all, Miera here. Welcome back to another DIY video. I'm so excited about this one. So I found 2 pieces of this stretch velvet fabric at the thrift store for just $3.99. And I was browsing Pinterest for some inspo on a dress design and realized I really couldn't pick just one. So why not make a 3-in-1 convertible dress? Plus, it'll be a fraction of these prices. Let's get started. So first, I'm folding the fabric so I have 2 layers, right sides together, right sides facing, touching, all that. Now I'm using a maxi dress that I already know fits me well as a makeshift pattern to cut the dress shape out, leaving about 1/2 an inch around all the sides for seam allowance. You don't have to have patterns to start sewing, y'all. Just use clothes you already have that fit you well. This dress will be strapless, so I'm not cutting the armholes or the neck hole. Now that it's cut, I'm using sewing clips to clip the sides together. I say it all the time, y'all, but sewing clips are game changers. I love working with clips so much more than pins. But all right, now that that's clipped, it's time to move on to the bolero, or the shrug, whatever you want to call it, long sleeve piece. For this, I'm using a long sleeve t-shirt that I already have that's pretty snug. I'm leaving about 1/2 an inch around each side for seam allowance. Again, also making the sleeve about 2 inches longer than the t-shirt sleeve because I don't want them to be too short. So that seam edge will be at the bottom of the arm. Now for the body portion, I'm using the t-shirt again and cutting the sleeve holes first, and then the hole for my head. Then I'm cutting straight across just below the armpit, about 1 inch or so. And finally, let's make that off the shoulder piece. I'm cutting a long piece from the excess fabric that's about 12 inches wide. For the length, just measure around your bust and shoulders and then add about 1 inch to 1.5 inches so you can still move around comfortably. Clip the right sides together at that edge and that's it. Now we've got everything clipped in place, ready to go, ready to sew. We've got the strapless dress, the long sleeve bolero, which we'll add finishing touches to later, and the off-the-shoulder wrap piece. And now let's head to the sewing machine. I don't have a serger yet, so I'm just using a straight stitch for this. You can also use a double stitch or a zigzag stitch, but since this fabric is pretty stretchy, a regular stitch should be just fine. Now sleeves can be a bit tricky and there are a few ways to do them, but here's what works for me. I sew the bottom seam of the sleeve first, then I turn the sleeve right side out, insert the sleeve into the armhole with the right sides touching, and then I just clip around that armhole and sew around that circle. And that's it. Now everything's sewn together. Let's finish off that long sleeve bolero by pinching the front piece in the middle, creating little layered folds, and then running a needle and thread through those layers a few times until it's nice and secure. So I was actually gonna do this to the top of the dress to give it that sweetheart neckline, but I ended up loving this look so much more. And without further ado, here is the final dress. We've got the strapless look, the long sleeve bolero look, and the off the shoulder look under $10. This beautiful dress that can be worn 3 different ways. I love this so much. Drop a comment below. Let me know which way is your favorite. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.